So heading out to the stand today. It is 44 degrees and it's just been a cold front that's come in, so I'm just going to see whether I can hunt this or not. It's overcast and rainy. Don't think that bothers the deer as much as the cold front will get them up and moving. So just going to see what we can do. It is 4 o'clock on 4:30 on a Friday, 5 o'clock if you're my boss and watching this. But I'll get this hunt and I'll film it, and hopefully I'm successful and I can use this video. Man, I gotta get something down. All right, I'll talk to you later. So I got to my stand and the wind was up my back and shooting right towards my feeder, and I knew that the bucks were coming in from that way. And then sure enough, out of nowhere, this 4-pointer just appears, literally just appears. I turned around and there he was. I just got my camera on, and I thought for sure when I turned my camera on he's gonna bust me. And then I reach over and I turn on my camera, my selfie camera, and he didn't do anything. He's not seeing me. The wind is blowing directly at him, is blowing my scent directly at him. I'm about 18 feet up in the air here in a tree, and the tree has a limb, and you'll see that a little bit later on in the film. That limb is in front of me, so I'm trying to hide behind that limb as much as possible and just peek out the side, left and right. It's a big limb. So I'm looking at this buck and I'm thinking, wow, man, this is actually the first deer that I've had a chance this year to shoot at. But then I see the antlers and they're just, it's just a 4-pointer. But from what I can see, it's a big deer. It's bigger than, like a lot of the doe that you shoot in season. It doesn't look like much here in this video, but I'll tell you, he's a beautiful looking buck. He still can't hear me. I'm putting my arrow now. I'm knocking my arrow. I've taken it out of the... I didn't even know that anything was going to come in, so I wasn't anticipating anything tonight because I thought I would be blowing my scent right at the feeder. So I didn't have a arrow knocked, but I pulled one out of my quiver on my bow. I knocked it quietly, and I'm just wondering if he'll give me a shot or not. So I'm leaning over, I'm getting ready now, I'm setting my feet, I'm looking at my crawl, making sure my fingers are on the string in the correct position for what I think is going to be about a 16-yard shot if he swings around to the other side of the feeder, which I'm not 100% sure that he's going to do. Here he's looking back towards me, so I kind of hide behind the tree. Like I said, there's a limb directly in front of me. He doesn't seem to notice or care. Hasn't spotted me once. Has not looked up. So I'm dead still here, but if you can see my chest, it's going up and down. Big, heavy breaths are coming in and out. My heart's racing. He looks like he gets a little bit less stressed here. Starts feeding again. And I see that he's going to come around and give me a shot. He looks up. I don't know if he heard or saw something, but he's definitely not looking at me. And then sure enough, he gives me a broadside. At about 16 yards, I would say, eye gap. And he's real close. And I'm like, he didn't have that front foot forward. I'm still not sure whether or not I'm going to take the shot or not. Probably should have never drew back on him there, but I wanted to see if I had any sort of target panic on this animal, which I did not. I went directly to my gap, exactly put the point of my arrow exactly where I wanted it. So that was really good. And so that was kind of a good practice, you know, just to make sure. He starts to come a little bit closer to me, and now he's coming in a couple yards, and he's about at 12 yards now. I moved the camera. I'm a little worried they heard me. He didn't hear that. I don't think he heard that as I moved the camera there. And then he gives me another broadside here. The leg forward, perfect. But I let up. And the reason I let up is because at this point, in Kansas we get one tag and that's it for buck. And I know that there's another big buck out here, so I'm going to let this one get a little bit bigger, and hopefully next year he'll be around and he'll be shooting size. But just being that close to this animal, about 12 yards, and him not noticing I'm there at all was just, oh man, it was pretty phenomenal. And you can see by some of these, well, you can see that limb there now that I'm hiding behind for the most part. I'm moving the camera around. And again, he's not picking up any motion or detection. He doesn't see me, cannot smell me. And I let him walk away. But just a gorgeous animal. You can see the fur there. There's no wear on that fur from fighting or from going through brush. So, I thought it was pretty cool. It was a cool day for me. I'm sorry that this isn't a kill video, but not all of them are. And I think that I made the right decision this time. Hey, did you guys see that? A button buck comes in. Not even really. It's like a small 4-pointer. But he's a big body. He had a big body. I almost was going to take the shot, but no way. I'll do it next year. I'll take him out next year. But man, it's great being that close. I was at least... At his closest point, he's probably about 8 yards from me. Didn't smell me, didn't see me. Just amazing, man. That was a lot of fun. That's why we do this, right? Take it easy, man.